Welcome to RAGS to Riches, Episode 1. I'll be making a new small series and what I'm about to show you will work on any gen consoles. Also, I won't be using any benefits the new gen console got, so I'll keep in mind that you might be a new player to GTA Online. So we're gonna start from scratch. So as a new or a returning player, when you open up your map for the first time, you're gonna see a lot of yellow icons and other kind of icons, and it can get very confusing on what you should do. You have several ways to make money, but before doing any of the big activities on this current list, we're gonna need to make a quick 100k. And to do so, we will go south over there and do an activity that is called Assault on Cayo Perico. And before I explain why this activity in particular, you can see I only have a pistol and my personal life savings. I didn't have to punch anyone to earn them. You should run this until you reach level 5, which should be twice. You can do more if you want, there are no cooldown. At level 5, you will have access to a new weapon in the ammunition that we will see later on. Also, by doing this, you are at the same time increasing some of your character stats, like your ammo max capacity that you can hold. Each time you are shooting someone or an NPC, it helps that. Doing headshots helps even more. To be honest, just play the activity and have fun, and it will be done by itself. All this will give you a smoother gameplay for the next parts. So now you are probably wondering, okay, this is all good, but how much does it pay? And how long does it take to do? It can vary a lot, but here are the average. Know that it doesn't matter much if your team lose or not. You can try to do the mini side quests for extra money if possible. To see them, all you gotta do is hold your right keypad. While playing this, try also to get a bit more familiar with the island, because in a couple of hours or days, depending how much you are playing per day, you will be back here for another reason and for way more money than this. So I just did the activity twice. We lost one game and we won one. Here are the results. Now that we have over 100k, we can do the next step, which is to go to the V on the map and do our first raid. But first, we're gonna buy a couple of things. Get this apartment right over here. I'll show you which one exactly and tell you why. Having an apartment this close will save you tons of time for the raid, because now you will be able to set it up as a spawn location. This means when you finish a setup mission or any other missions later on in the game at the other side of the map, and you want to do this raid again, all you got to do is join a new lobby and it will port you back to your apartment just near it. And trust me, you will do it a couple of times because it's quick and it pays very well time-wise. Now we're gonna buy your main weapon, which is the special carbine. All you need is the extended clip, but you can buy the other upgrades that will help your aiming and recoil if you have the money for it. If you can afford it, buy some heavy armors to help you out and the micro SMG right away. It uses different kind of bullets than the special carbine, and it can be useful if you run out of bullets on your main weapon. The last thing you want to do before doing anything is to buy snacks from a convenience store. You can use them by opening your weapon wheel and the up arrow. Also, wait a second. $3 for a cola? Nah. Now we can join a new lobby to port back in the apartment right near the raid starting location. The CluckIn Bell farm raid got 5 setup missions and the final. You can do all this under 45 minutes, but let's just say you take your time and you are maybe new to the game, so 1 hour to 1 hour 20 minutes for everything. The main things you need to know about this raid is that there are 2 approaches, stealth and aggressive. I personally suggest you to get used to stealth for the other heist available in the game. But aggressive is fun to do too, so doing a rotation between both doesn't hurt to keep it fun and diversified. At some point in the setups, you will reach the weapons and armor preparation and the vehicle prep mission. In both you will have 3 choices, A, B and C as targets. If you hit twice the same letter, the second prep, which will be the vehicle one, will have a higher security. That means more guards and backup and also harder to do. I suggest you go with C for the weapons and B for the vehicle if you are new, but eventually when you get used to this raid, you will see that whatever you choose doesn't matter much, as long as when you are doing the stealth approach, you use the weapon in your wheel that got the suppressors so you don't get detected. And even if you get detected, you can still continue the raid and it won't affect the payout like in other heists, because this one can't like a contract. When you reach the disorganized crime setup mission, this is what will decide which approach you will be doing. If you want to do this stealthy, you got to erase the CCTV and be sure to kill everyone before this red bar ends 0. If you want to do this the aggressive way, well, get yourself detected and don't erase the CCTV. Another way I could have done this without being detected would have been to buy a suppressor and put it on one of my weapons, or knock everybody and then erase the CCTV. When you exit the building, it will let you know top left of your screen which approach your raid will be. If it's not what you wanted, join a new lobby and start it over. The raid itself is pretty much straightforward. Follow Vincent's instructions and it shouldn't be that hard. The only thing you might find confusing is when you get your getaway car at the end. You will notice while escaping that you won't be able to get rid of your wanted level right away. You need to be halfway before you can do so. Following the train track or going in the mountains is usually your best option to lose your wanted level. If you want to see both approaches in action, I left 2 links in the description when I did them for the first time. Or you can wait at the end of the video and wait for the next video suggestion. Once done, you will get paid 500k and you will get shortly after 250k bonus for finishing it for the first time. I want to take a minute to talk about the stash houses and the Gerald caches. Once per day you can attack a stash house. If you don't own any business that needs supplies to work, you will get 30k. But if you own at least one business, it will refill completely that one. If you own more than one, it will refill one of them randomly. You cannot decide which one the supplies goes at. So, the day you start your new character, if you are planning to play 5-6 hours or more, you may want to wait before doing the stash house if you are following this guide. Why? Because in the next part of this episode we are going to work our way on our first business, and you want to use that stash house as a free resupply like I explained earlier. There is also a Gerald cache on the map that you can do once per day. You have to find a box in the circle in the area. It usually pays around 15k and can give other goodies like snacks and arrows. But if you think you are going to play only 1 or 2 hours, you can definitely hit the stash house and the Gerald cache right away and make a quick 45k. Keep in mind you don't decide where to spawn, so you might have to do a bit of traveling. Okay, so now maybe you are asking yourself another question. Should I get the 45k, get the special carbine and hit the CluckIn Bell raid right away as a level 1? Well, if you are an experienced player, yes you can, but keep in mind you will be lower in ammo capacity as level 1 and your character stats will be lower also. So basically if you get hit twice, you are dead. Also you won't have a spawn location for this raid. It's up to you to decide depending on your gaming style. Another daily activity you can do is go to the Diamond Casino and spin the lucky wheel. There is a 24-hour cooldown, you can win a different car every week if you're lucky, and there are other good prizes for any beginners, or, well, you can win a t-shirt. Now we're gonna go next to the yellow R north on the map and do the first dose missions. The mission itself doesn't pay much, but it's the first time bonus that is good. But that's not all. When you finish the last mission, you will acquire and keep the Barricade 6x6. By the way, it seems some players have access to a free car in the war stock and some don't. I don't exactly know why, but it's the Duke of Death. So if it says $0 for you, definitely grab it for the next part, because it's a decent armored vehicle. The back is bulletproof, but not the front, so be careful.
Show me your butthole, fellas!
When you finish your first mission, you will have Dax as a contact. It's very important to call him and ask for work right away. Each work will take around 10 to 15 minutes depending where they are on the map, and it also pays you 50k. There is a little secret behind this that you won't know if you are a new player to GTA Online. You see, when you acquire the Brigade, you will have a small preparation mission to do. Then you will need to spend 750k to make it operational and become the Acid Lab, which will be your business. But that's not all. You will have to spend another 250k to upgrade the equipment in the Acid Lab to increase your project value when you sell it, and it will make a huge difference. But to have the option to upgrade your equipment, you must have done 10 DAX jobs. And to make things even harder, you can only do one DAX job each 48 minutes, so you want to do these jobs as soon as possible. Now I know all this info might sound confusing, so this is what you can do as a rotation to help yourself out. It can vary a little depending if you took a break or maybe stopped playing and started back the next day, but always prioritize the CluckIn Bell farm raid or a DAX job until you finish all the first those missions. Okay, so what you are seeing right now is the prep mission for your Brigade 6x6 before doing any upgrades. If you follow the rotation I showed earlier in the beginning of this guide, this is an average of how much money you should have by now and everything that should have been done or close to it. Also, I took in consideration that not everyone plays 4-5 hours or more per day, so some of your cooldowns will be reset if you are doing this in 2 days or if you took any break. Not everyone play at the same speed also. Now that we are at the final stage and ready to spend 750k to upgrade our Brigade to an acid lab, should we do it? Even if we haven't done all 10 DAX jobs yet? Well, there is a better option, especially that we are over 2.2 mil now.